doing, Barney?
I ain't feeling so good, Doc.
Not so good, huh? I got your cardiac enzymes back. They're normal. Your heart's fine. You're out of here.
Well, what about the pains in my chest?
That's called indigestion. Lay off the spicy food. And get some exercise. Lose some weight.
Well, thanks, Doc. That's fantastic. Thanks. I was so worried. I mean, I feel like my whole body's coming back to life.
All of it?
Oh, yeah. It is now. Come on.
No. I always wanted to be a nurse.
Well, the doctor said I needed some exercise. Oh, nurse, do I need exercise?
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Honey?
Is that Wheelock?
Somebody help!
Baby's 200 over 115. He's bradycardic.
All right, we're gonna move. Pupil's blown. Cornea's intact, probably bleeding.
BP's 280 over 160.
Okay, he's coning, his brain is swelling. Whack him with Decadron and high-dose urea.
Right away.
Quickly.
I don't care who hit who. Just stop it.
Just have fun. That's what it's all about. All souls got some stress.
Yes. I understand.
Yes, I understand. Intracranial pressure's normalizing.
Where am I?
It's okay, you're gonna be fine. You're in All Souls Hospital.
Won't believe who I hooked up with. Hot, very hot. In fact, I'm proud of myself on this one. I got to tell you all about it.
Wait a second. Mrs. Wheelock.
Whoa.
That's the mistress. That's Mrs. Wheelock. Right there.
Okay, boys, I don't care who hit who. Just stop it.
And I'm floating towards a bright light at the end of a tunnel. I mean, it's hard to describe, you know. It's like trying to tell a blind man about color. It's like nothing I ever felt before.
Barney, how you feeling?
Hey, Dr. Grace.
Good to see you.
Hey, look, tell Nurse Kim I gotta go to that.
Into the Light, the psychology of healing in the near-death experience.
I had one of those.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I saw you working on someone. And then I realized it was me. I knew I was dying, but I didn't care.
No, so you had a transient ischemic attack last night, my friend. Yeah, those sensations, they're caused by hypoxia, hypoxemia.
No. This was no hallucination, and it wasn't a dream either.
Mr. Wheelock, now I know it seemed like it was a spiritual experience, but in fact, it's just a physical response.
No, it was real.
Barney, I want you to follow my finger with your eyes, not with your head, okay?
Okay. I saw my wife out in the hall, and I saw my kids. Hey, now, wait a second. You were there, too. Both of you. You were in a closet, getting it on. Then everything started to move faster and faster and faster. And then I heard his voice.
Whose voice?
Roger.
Okay. Your neurovitals have been stable for 12 hours. You're ready to go.
Great, so I can go to the lecture.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Can I keep this?
Sure, I'll see you there.
Okay.
Mary.
It's not as if there's any big mystical explanation here. The guy must have seen us.
You were in a closet?
Well, yeah. But I mean, don't tell me you believe in this bright light at the end of the tunnel BS.
Look, the guy's obviously been through something and he's looking for answers. I might check this out myself.
Am I the last defender of good old-fashioned Western rationality?
Why don't you come too? Broaden your
No,
horizons.
I only believe in what I can see, measure, and touch.
See you tonight, Dr. Sterling.
Hope you like sushi.
Love it.
Sushi. Huh?
Loves it. Like I was saying, see, measure, and touch.
Now, accounts of near-death experiences have been found in documents dating back hundreds of years. The classic pattern features the feeling that the self has left the body, it's hovering overhead, and then it enters into a dark tunnel at the end of which they encounter a golden or white light. Now, for most, the experience has been described as a transcendent awakening. Many have said that they've had a glimpse at the very meaning of life, and that's brought about a radical yet positive change in their personality and their behavior.
How do you verify these experiences if most of your work's anecdotal?
Elizabeth! Oh, hi! How are you? Gosh, you look great. Look at you. You look fantastic.
You two know each other, huh?
Elizabeth was my student mentor at Brown.
To answer your question, Dr. Grace, I believe that the fusion of quantum physics and Eastern philosophy is better suited to understanding near-death than traditional Western medicine.
Maybe I should buy your book.
Well, maybe I should buy you a drink. I'm sorry, unless you two have plans.
Oh, no, we're not.
Great.
I mean,
Well, how about it?
Hey, Dr. Baines.
Sorry.
I know about Roger. Hey, Doc. Thanks again for everything, huh? I'm out of here.
Okay, look, take it slow for a while. Spend some time with the wife.
I'm a changed man. I feel better than I have in years. I don't know how to explain it, but that light, it reaches out to you and it shows you things. Yeah, I know you don't believe me. But I did see the tiger.
What tiger?
The tattoo on that cute nurse's ass.
hey, Kim.
Hey, Phil.
Oh, hey. What's up?
I need you to do me a favor. I want you to check Kim's ass out for me in the shower.
I am not going to check out some nurse's ass for you.
Relax. Think of it as doing your part for science.
You need professional help. In fact, call me. Call my office. I'll make an appointment.
Come on.
Science.
Do it for me.
For you?
All right, do it for you. Please.
Hey, Dr. Cullen. Oh, hi.
can't believe you made me do it.
Okay.
Okay, no, let me just say, you owe me big time.
Just give
I think I have a girlfriend.
Gotta know.
Okay, Barney was right. There is a tattoo on her
S. You can say it.
S. Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. What cheek was it on?
Left one.
Bengal or Siberian?
Go ahead, answer the question.
See, I believe that it is possible that humans possess vestigial senses that would allow for things like remote viewing or otoscopy. And these sense organs have become dormant over time, but my feeling is that with proper stimulation, their powers could be reawakened and their benefits to humanity could be enormous.
Cheers to enormous organs.
Enormous organ.
Yeah, enormous benefit.
Enormous organ. Okay, do that. Dormant organs.
Make sure you two are friends.
Oh, it's a long story, but it's my way of practicing compassion.
Okay, you boys stop that.
Would you like an Arnold Palmer Calvet?
Thank you, Barney.
Calvet, boys, I didn't tell you the truth about what happened at the hospital. Because if I had, they would have locked me up. So I told them all that stuff about a bright light at the end of a tunnel. What I really saw, it scared me like nothing ever has before. I saw Roger. I heard his voice.
Who's Roger?
Roger said that I could come back, but I had to do exactly what he told me to do. Yeah, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I am doing it. Anyway, this is what Roger told me to do.
Mitchell, come in. Boston police need to ask you about one of your patients.
Dr. Grace, I'm Detective Tom Desmond from Homicide. Just got a couple of questions that won't take long. Now, you treated Barney Wheelock, is that correct?
Yeah.
At 9 p.m. last night, officers responding to a disturbance call found Mr. Wheelock watching TV with a gun in his hand. On the couch next to him were the bodies of his wife and 2 boys. Let me ask you, how did Mr. Wheelock seem to you when he left the hospital?
Good. Happy to be going home.
Was he under any unusual medication?
No, nothing that should have affected him emotionally.
There's more.
Last month, a housewife named Molly Sarachnik walked into the local shop in Safe and shot 3 bystanders with her husband's .30-06. 10 weeks ago, Carter Hoban, a lawyer in Somerville, took his kids out to the swimming pool, drowned both of them. And what makes this case rather interesting is the fact that all 3 of these individuals had recently been released from All Souls.
Mitchell, I'd like you to assist Detective Desmond in any way possible.
Sure. Where's Barney Wheelock now?
Barney? Barney, what did you feel toward your family? Barney, do you have any feelings about what you've done?
They're blessed. He told me it was the only way to save them.
Who told you that, Barney?
Roger.
Who is Roger, Barney? Barney?
Roger.
Who is Roger?
Right. Is there a doctor or an employee by that name here?
I want you to pull files for me on these other 2 cases. I wrote it down for you because you never get it right. Hoban and Sarachnik.
Hospital already gave copies to the cops.
Right, but you might be able to find something that they couldn't.
I might be able to find something they couldn't.
What am I, talking to myself, Joey? Hey.
Yeah.
Did you finish that blood work on Barney Wheelock yet?
By tonight.
By the way,
Yeah?
your friend Nurse Kim, she's got a tiger tattoo on her ass.
Really? How do you know this?
You know,
I haven't gotten that far yet. In fact, she stood me up last night.
it's a hard knock life, buddy.
Why are you smiling?
Hey, Dr. Grist. Listen, Barney Wheelock's nurse didn't show up for work today. You know anything about that?
No, who's the nurse?
That's Kim Peretti. She hasn't called in. She's not answering her phone.
And she didn't show up for a date last night either.
No?
No.
Is that unusual for her?
She's a good nurse, but Kim has a number of boyfriends. Not all of them are nice.
All right, well, I'll check it out. Thanks, Doc.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Did she ever mention anyone named Roger to you?
Not that I can recall. Yes. Yes, I understand. You understand.
Joey, if I'm sick and that clown ever tries to cheer me up, kill him.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to wait in line for that. The files you wanted, take a peek at them. Molly Saratnik and Carter Hoban claimed they had near-death experiences.
When did they claim that?
Just before they were released and went postal.
Is this great? I can't wait to read it.
Elizabeth.
Hi.
Hi. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, I'll just be a few minutes.
Is there a history of violence in people who have had near-death experiences?
Kim? Hey, Kim, where you been?
With Roger.
Okay, well, you better let Karen know. You know, everybody's looking for you.
Have you seen Bradley?
Yeah, she's in the lab. I just came from there.
Three patients who had near-death experiences committed multiple murders within days of the release from the hospital.
Well, it's a bizarre coincidence, I admit.
What about more than coincidence?
Well, in the research that I've done, there's almost no evidence of the experience being linked to violence.
Okay, what's almost?
There's a tiny percentage of people who say that they have nightmarish experiences, like extreme cold, auditory hallucinations, or the conviction they've been to hell.
Hey, Doc. I just ran into Kim.
That's good news. Where's she been?
She seemed really out of it. Said she was with some guy named Roger.
Where's she right now?
Looking for Dr. Sterling. I told her he was in the lab.
Call security. Tell him to meet me there.
Roger.
I did what you asked. I did what you asked.
Jay.
I did what you asked. Where are you? Where? Roger.
Jay.
Roger. I did what you said. Roger, come on. I did what you
I've never
said.
seen anything like this before. It's Kim's PET scan. See the most rudimentary part of the cerebrum?
Controls instinct, fight or flight.
Exactly. Powerful emotion like fear or anger, it stimulates adrenaline. In Kim's case, her limbic system is so hyperstimulated, looks like it's on fire.
What does that mean?
Well, for one thing, she'd be more prone to violence.
Here are her blood tests. Both Kim and Barney had high levels of ketamine in their systems. That's a general anesthetic that wasn't in his med profile.
So you're saying somebody injected them with it?
Well, I don't think they injected themselves.
Yeah, but why ketamine?
Well, in the 60s, the CIA used ketamine for mind control experiments. In large doses, it can create out-of-body experiences. Here. I asked Barney and Kim to draw what they saw in their visions. Kim made those today. Barney just drew those yesterday.
I'm sorry I don't have any beer. Will you settle for a green tea?
If it's got caffeine.
A little bit.
Do I have to take my shoes off?
I'm not that formal. Sit down, relax.
Take a look at these. Thank you. Have you ever heard of anyone using drugs to induce a near-death experience?
No, why do you ask?
Your lectures take on an almost evangelical approach to all this.
What are you trying to say? Someone's trying to induce an NDE because of my enthusiasm? I believe I offer a more responsibly balanced view than that, don't you?
Yeah. Then why don't you ever talk about the negative possibilities?
What are you getting at?
I mean, you know, maybe what people run into on the other side is, grandma with a plate of cookies.
I see. Well, if drugs made them see this, then it wasn't a real near-death, was it? And that's not my area.
So fairy tales are okay, but nightmares don't sell books, is that it?
Dr. Grace. The senior staff is deeply troubled. 3 patients and our nurse committing murders.
You're telling me you don't know who's causing them?
Or more to the point, who? Our work is too important to allow the interference of outside entities. And we would be most grateful for any help you could provide in eliminating them.
You're asking for my help?
You have a nice night, Dr. Grace.
Thanks, Karen. You too.
working late, Mitchell?
Yeah. The chairman of the board asked for my help today.
Dr. Ambrosius? That's interesting.
What should I do?
What did he ask you?
He told me that someone's responsible for these near-death experiences. Says he doesn't know who it is. Wants my help.
If that man says he doesn't know who it is, believe him. And if he asks you to do something, pay attention.
God, I hate that clown.
He's supposed to cheer up the kids.
How long's he been here?
6 months?
Hey, Doc. Thanks for the call. Good work. We got it now.
Hey, Karen. Hi. I brought those books I want you to sign.
Great. Come on in.
I'm sorry I missed your last lecture. You have no idea how much this will mean to my patients.
I'm glad to help.
Dr. Baines, is it true you've never had the experience yourself?
A near death? Thankfully, no.
But I'm slightly confused. How can you write about it so well?
Well, I've researched many cases.
But don't you think you need the experience yourself to truly understand it?
No, not at all.
This one's special.
Well, who should I make it out to?
To Roger. With love.
All right, let's see what else we got on there. Okay, I'm done with this guy. Oh, get out of my face. Okay. Real name's Edward Ligeti. 2 priors for dealing, and we found ketamine in the stash, as you can see.
You say anything about Barney or Kim?
He won't talk without an attorney.
He's a mime. Maybe he won't talk with one.
Well, we ran his employment record. It seems he began at All Souls just prior to the first near death. And we can place him next to each victim. I think we got our man. Thanks a lot, Doc.
Anytime.
Great.
How many sugar? 1 or 2?
Do I look like a Nancy boy to you? Just throw one in there, please. I know what you're thinking, but she was one tough broad, okay?
How many stitches?
40, thanks for asking. Missed the nerve by 1/4 of an inch.
No sex for a while, huh?
Mitch, it's my hand. Little Surgeon General's still intact.
Hey, how would you treat someone who's overdosed on ketamine?
Well, I don't know, Regis. I may have to use a lifeline.
I mean, is there a drug that can neutralize it?
Well, ketamine's an anesthetic. Prevents excitotoxicity by triggering a glutamate flood, which bind to NMDA receptors to protect brain cells.
So what would you use?
Adrenaline with a Valium chaser.
Ah, that's hot. That's hot. That is hot. Mitch, could you get me some milk?
Dial 911.
Mitch, is there milk in the fridge? Mitch?
There, see? There it is again.
Yep. I'm telling you, there's definitely an underlying grammar here.
Well, I'm thinking maybe these symbols are an alphabet.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Mitch, remember those mumblings, those repetitive mumblings that Barney was doing? Well, at first I thought it was post-trauma, but then I realized that Kim Peretti was making the same sound.
I used combing software here to track the adjectival markers. And these match points here, those are words.
French?
Yeah, right. No, I ran it through every database on the planet, and the fragments of what they're saying, they correspond with an ancient variant of Urdu.
What is it?
An ancient language that's been dead like over 2,000 years.
And interestingly enough, the ancient Babylonians that spoke this language worshipped a certain deity.
Yeah, near as we can tell, his name is Rohaje.
He was the god of death. Now, I'm thinking that maybe this drug opens up a window into a collective unconsciousness and allows people to see some sort of entity.
Maybe we should break out the Ouija board.
Thank you, Mitch. Very helpful. I'm going over to Elizabeth's, find out if she knows any other near-death survivors who've mentioned Roger. Bye.
So, you guys collaborating?
Hey, Doc.
What's up?
Tell me I'm a genius.
You're a genius. What's up?
I checked recent hires that would have been here for all 3 near deaths. About 100 or so, okay? Then I thought, who do patients see the most?
I'll say nurses for 2,000.
Exactly. Only one nurse started work a week before the first death. Ta-da.
You're good. Get our address.
Oh, my. Dr. Cullen, thank God you're here. Dr. Baines collapsed.
When?
Just a moment ago.
Did you call 911?
Karen! Open her up.
Yes, Dr. Brace.
Karen? Nurse Waverly.
Cathedral, the East Building. Copy that, right away.
Looks like Elizabeth Baines has got a fan.
Don't worry. You're next. Dr. Cullen, I want you to understand. 2 years ago, I was driving my daughter home from school when a car crossed the road and hit us head on. Next thing I knew, I was high in the air. Looking down, I saw myself dying. My daughter, Mary's body lay by the side of the road. I looked up, and I saw Mary in the light. That's when Roger first spoke to me. And he promised I could be with Mary again if I did exactly as he asked.
What did Roger ask you to do?
He wants sinful people to look into the light. He wants me to show him his power. He can cleanse them. I'll show you.
Now, Karen, what you're trying to do is find a reason for your daughter's death. But things like that kind of loss can never be explained.
Shut up! Roger's coming now. He told me he wants you too.
Karen, tell me what I can expect. Tell me what I can look for so that I can be ready.
You'll be reborn.
Okay. No, Karen, you don't have to do this. Please, Karen. Please, no. Karen, please. Shh.
You'll make everything all right.
Hey.
May.
Thank you, Dr. Grace.
What made him do it?
The entity. Let's call it a mystery, shall we? The world is crowded with them.
That's not really the answer I was looking for.
Medicine tries to teach us there are answers for everything. To learn what a great disservice that is takes time. There are other ways of knowing, Mitchell. Other paths to knowledge.
I'm gonna find out what goes on around here. How you feeling?
Grateful. Be alive.
Elizabeth reach you?
She went home. Said she had to reevaluate her theories.
Looks like another bestseller's on the way.
How are you?
Reevaluating my theories. What do you think it was?
Drug? Ancient entity? All of the above? None? I don't know.
I gotta go.
Mitch? You want to go grab coffee?
Yeah.
Aren't you glad that we're finally finished with those rolling blackouts?
I know. Now I don't have to feel guilty about running my dishwasher or drying my clothes.
Yep, never affected me. All of my important appliances are battery operated.
The new season begins Monday, September 10th on UPN.